Hey y'all, it's Tara, aka Divine Reads, and I wanted to do a collective message for y'all. So, like to hear, here it go. Overall energy for this reading is going to be the King of Pentacles. All right, so it's definitely giving Earth sign energy, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. That could be significant. It could not be significant. Doesn't matter. Either way, we are talking about stability. We are talking about groundedness. We are talking about providing, being a provider, or having some sort of thing being provided to you, for you. We're talking about being like self-sufficient. We're also talking about being like a leader, okay? A leader in your job, workplace, right? A leader in your home, in your family, okay? Or even in like your personal place in your life right now at this time, okay? So that's the overall energy for the reading. So we're going to start there, and we're going to go ahead and move in to like your recent past energy. Now the recent past energy comes up as the Strength card, okay? Which is a Leo energy. Could be significant, might not be. But we're also in Leo season, so this could be something that happened really recently, right? And this could just be talking about like time frames, okay? So within this is kind of the energy to tame oneself, right? Having some sort of temptation and having to, you know, keep yourself from diving into the temptation, from being tempted by the temptation, okay? We also have like an element of having to find the strength within yourself in order to battle something. Something that takes a lot out of you, something that's really difficult to deal with, things of that nature. So I'm going to go ahead and clarify the Strength card. And the Strength card clarified itself with another deck, okay? So now we have not one, but we have two Strength cards, okay? So this is your inner lion. This is, I'm also hearing gang, right? So not like the kind of gang that, you know, is going around shooting, doing, you know, illegal crimes and things like that, but like your tribe, okay? So whether that's physical or spiritual, it's like you've got backup, okay? So you're not in this alone. You're not doing this alone. You have help. Even if you think that you don't, there are people looking out for you, okay? Even if you think that you're in this alone, you've got a team of someone, somewhere who is out for your best interest, who's looking out for you, okay? Maybe you didn't know that before, you know it now. Maybe when you were going through it, you kind of felt like you were being helped, you kind of felt like you were being guided, but you couldn't really see, right, where it was coming from, okay? So this would be that confirmation for you. At the present moment, we're kind of waiting with the Hanged Man. We're kind of trying to be patient, kind of having faith in the process and what that looks like for you. Not really sure what decision to make. Could feel like things are stagnant or like you aren't making any progress. You could just be confused about which way you want to go, so you're not moving at all. But you could also be waiting for like some sort of sign or synchronicity from spirit, right? 333 on the clock, just to kind of figure out which way you should go, okay? Now I'm getting the Fool card, right? This is that leap of faith energy. This is the I'm ready to go. I'm ready to jump out. I'm ready to do this. I'm getting heavy manifestation vibes from this card, like doing a lot of like praying, doing a lot of journaling. You could even be like burning candles, doing candle work, just trying to create the space, the mental space, the physical space, the spiritual space, in order to call in what it is that you're asking for, in order to ask to show me a sign, okay? And if you haven't been doing that, this is your cue to start doing that, okay? All right, so the bottom of the deck for that is the Ten of Cups, right? And so it's like that emotional fulfillment, right? I feel like I'm in alignment. I feel like things are well. I feel like things are going to be well. I have that belief that my happiness is here. My happiness is just around the corner. My happiness is on its way. It's being provided. It does give me a sense that even though you might feel like things are slow right now, or that they're not moving, or that you haven't really made a decision about what's next, I feel like there are some good things going on within you and around you especially if it has to do with family that you're able to like be grateful for, and you've kind of been taking the time to appreciate those things. And so maybe this is happening right now so that you can have time to do the things that bring you a little bit more joy. Okay. The blockage is coming up as the moon card. Okay, so this can be a Cancer energy. Some people say that it's Pisces, but it's a lot about secrecy. It's a lot about things just being unknown, right? And so the fear kind of resides in the space where you don't know, you aren't sure, you don't feel like you have like a clear vision or a clear path to something. So again, we're waiting for that intuition to kick in. We're waiting for that sign. We are waiting for that thing that says, okay, this is it. It is time. This is what you need to do. This is where you need to go. Devising a plan, and you just don't feel like you have it figured out just yet, okay? Spirit is saying go within, right? Hermit Virgo energy, go within. Take the time to really kind of isolate yourself. Take a moment to kind of step back. Analyze your thoughts, analyze your feelings, feel them. Reflect on where you've been, reflect on where it is that you want to go. There's some sort of decision that's needing to be made, but I think that it's already within you. You just have to take a moment, okay, to prepare yourself to move forward into that space. So maybe you've been doing a lot of things that have been distracting you as of lately. And Spirit is saying to remove the distractions. Stop distracting yourself. You don't have to go out. You don't have to be surrounded by a bunch of people. You don't have to keep doing things to take your mind off of something. And if that's what you've been doing, then Spirit is saying, okay, it's time to now focus in on that. Put your mind on it, right? Give it the attention that it deserves, that it needs, and you'll find yourself able to resolve that. If you needed a break before, Spirit is saying break over, okay? And it's time to move forward. Let's go, okay? So at the foundation of this, the Six of Swords comes up. Now, that's a back-to-back because the Six of Swords, for me, just clarified the previous position, which was in the blockage, okay? So now it's time to move forward, okay? Now we are moving to a clearer space, a calmer place, okay? Clarifying this Six of Swords. Is the Death card. Okay, Scorpio energy, but here we are having like some sort of an ending, right? But it's not a bad ending. It's an ending that is happening in order to make space, to make room for what is to come, right? For the next thing, right? So we're clearing out blockages. We're removing those negative things, that negative headspace, that worry, that doubt, that fear, right? We're moving past that, okay? And we are bringing on the space for transition, okay, for transformation, so that you can move into your next cycle. All right, and you've been taking a break. Spirit is so on one hand, it's like vacation time. It's like you've been enjoying yourself and you've been relaxing and you've been doing all the things that you've been missing out on, and now it's time to get serious. But maybe for others of you, you've been slacking off. Okay, you know which is you. Be honest with yourself. Okay, but if you have been slacking off, the slack has to come to an end. You have to stop procrastinating, and it's time to like get up and put forth some action, okay? Because what I haven't been seeing so far is wands, all right? Outside of the Strength card, which came out in the past, which is the only fire energy so far, right now we've been doing a lot of thinking. We've been doing a lot of headspace stuff, okay? You've been thinking and in your head, but there hasn't been very much action. And so I think that the transformation that's coming is preparing you to move forward in action, okay? All right, so next up, subconsciously, right? So what you are thinking about in the back of your mind, you may not share it with anybody, you may not say it out loud, but it sits there, right? Is my options. What do I do? Am I living in an illusion? Am I seeing this clearly? Do I have a real grasp on the reality of this situation, okay? You could be questioning it, trying to figure out if you're being realistic. If someone is lying to you, if you're lying to yourself, if this is actually doable. The thing about the Seven of Cups is all of those options, all of those cups that represent those options, they aren't all viable, right? They're not all good for you. They're not all winners. They're not all prosperous. Some of those are tricks. Some of those are lessons. Some of those are distractions, okay? So clarifying this Seven of Cups is the Wheel of Fortune, okay? And so even possibly for some of you, like your level of option is getting ready to change. So what you thought was possible before, even that's changing. Even what was possible for you before is going to be different now in a greater way, in a bigger way. But you've got to make a decision, because this Knight of Wands energy that comes up, the wands finally show up in your subconscious. The Knight of Wands is a hesitant energy. It's non-committal. It's not making a decision. So on one hand, we've got all of these options, and maybe you're overwhelmed with possibilities. Then we got the Wheel of Fortune that comes up, and the Wheel of Fortune is a more steady sort of energy. It's fixed placements, right? And so that talks about more so being a fixed energy, right? Being stable, making decisions, sticking with the decision. And then the Knight of Wands comes out, and it's a contradiction to the fixed energy of the Wheel of Fortune. So either you want it or you don't. Sometimes you're sure, sometimes you're not sure. Sometimes you're looking over there, sometimes you're looking over there. You're contemplating this, you're contemplating that. You need to decide for yourself, right? And so there's an energy of just you not being sure subconsciously. And maybe that's something that you haven't said aloud. Maybe that's something that you should, right, look at for yourself, and just be real with whether or not you even really want this, okay? The Nine of Cups, what is it that you want? What is your wish fulfillment? What do you, right, sit in the tub and think about? What do you dream about? What is your real goal? What is your real dream? What are your real aspirations? What is it that you really, really want to do? Who is it that you really, really want to be? Where are you going with this? And so spirit is wanting for you to decide so that they can help you get there. I just saw 12:12 on the clock. So Spirit is saying, once you decide, we can create the path for that. But if you keep going back and forth between one thing and another thing and another thing and another thing, we're just going to sit back and wait for you to figure it out before we can send help, right? You have the support. The support is here. The support is around. They're wanting to jump in wherever they can and assist, but they can't assist you if you're all over the place, okay? All right, so I'm going to move in to the near future, right? Near future comes up as Five of Swords, and this is like by any means necessary. Sometimes it's a manipulative energy, I will say that, but it doesn't always have to be, which is why I always clarify the Five of Swords, because there's a defensive energy here. And so you could feel like, somebody or an energy is trying to manipulate you, and somebody wants you to do something based on the way they want it done. Or their vision for you is trying to override your vision for yourself. Maybe you don't feel like somebody on your team is working with you. Maybe you feel like they're working against you. But this could also be a sense of you working against yourself. Okay? So clarifying the Five of Swords is the Lover's card. All right? Now, the Lover's energy obviously could actually be like a romantic partner, okay? The Lover's energy could also be a Gemini in your life. It doesn't have to be. The Lover's energy could also be based on a decision between two, okay? Two people, two paths, two ideas, two jobs, right? Two things. One thing that I always find important in this card is that the two entities here are being wrapped around with the snake, right? And so there's a fruitful energy, and then there's like this deceptive sort of energy, okay? So we come back to being honest with each other, being honest with yourself, being honest with someone else, being honest about how you feel about something or someone. There is a Ten of Swords present at the bottom of the deck, and so there could be some sort of a betrayal, or the feeling that someone has done something that the other wishes they hadn't done. Okay, this could definitely be an element of somebody wanting somebody back, having another chance, another go at something after having messed up really bad previously. Okay, so I will say that that's going to be different for everybody that watches this, because this may not all be about like a romantic partner or an ex sort of situation, but definitely the vibe that someone who was very close to you, who was important to you, who was a part of your life, did something that you feel like they shouldn't have done, right? You feel betrayed by their actions. Okay, now for others of you, somebody could feel betrayed by your actions, and you definitely know where you fit in this scenario, because you know if you've done something to hurt someone, right? So I'm gonna pull another card for this. Yeah, so this could be a reason why somebody left, why somebody is gone, why somebody is leaving. Okay, so be careful, especially if there was a Taurus involved, or some type of commitment. Maybe this was someone that you lived with previously, and it could have just been a roommate. It could have been boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, you know, any sort of situation like that. Shoot, this could have been family members, you know, living together with family. Maybe somebody's skipped out on their responsibilities, rent wise or bill wise or something, and they just kind of picked up and left you footing the bill for something. Definitely could be a situation like that. I am kind of seeing something that says that somebody may have left abruptly without notice. And so that could have been part of the thing that kind of leaves one having to juggle, right? Multiple responsibilities, maybe responsibilities that they hadn't counted on having, because they thought they had a partner. They thought they had someone who was going to help, and that person ended up kind of crapping on them in the end, right? So if you connect with that, please let me know. Having to take on more responsibilities or an additional job due to said betrayal. Okay, maybe we are now trying to like mend the relationship, mend the friendship, mend something in regards to that feeling of loss. Okay, even if you're going to therapy, and this is something that you're speaking about like with the counselor or someone that you trust, right? Even like at church or something like that. Okay, so I'm going to move into the space of how you see yourself. And you see yourself as somebody who is a star. You see yourself as somebody who has a lot of potential. You see yourself as somebody who's healing, who's growing, who's becoming more spiritually inclined and in tune. You see someone who is letting go of things from the past, things that hurt, and you are preparing to be a more healed version of yourself. Aquarius energy here. Ace of Cups. I do feel like you feel like at least that you are ready for love. You're ready to open your heart. You are ready to give and to receive. I do see the energy of being like creative, and so maybe you feel like you have like new opportunities in front of you, and you want to do more with your creative energy. You're thinking more about the beautifulness of something, right? Something that you're very passionate and focused on, something that you want to create. Okay, now for some of you this is a baby, and some of you are finding out that you are with child, or that you have a child on the way, or that there's going to be a brand new addition to your family, and that is something that's making you very happy. And it may even make you feel like it gives you like hope for like the future of your family, or the future of your life, or the future of like your lineage. I'm seeing that sort of an energy. You could definitely just be wanting to become a parent, however that looks for you. And I think that you're excited about the idea of that. Okay. All right, so outside influences come up as the Tower, okay? And so the Tower is a Scorpio energy, but it sometimes looks like this big dramatic thing that happens that we were unprepared for, right? It was an unexpected event of change that was kind of thrust upon us, right? Sometimes that is such a crazy thing that happens that it feels very dramatic in the moment, and a lot of times after you know, after you've come out of it, after you've gone through it, you see the benefits of why that situation had to come to an end, why that event needed to happen the way that it did to move you forward into your next space. Sometimes the tower is not very dramatic at all. It's just kind of like a low period or something that you weren't really ready for. And so maybe, you know, like say the baby, the pregnancy or whatever, it was unexpected. It was something that was not prepared for. But that doesn't make it any less pleasant, right? It just means, you know, that we've got to adjust. Okay. Yeah, sun. So this Leo energy comes back with the sun card, but the sun energy is a very happy energy, right? And as you can see, there's actually a baby here in the card, right? And so there's like this clarity that comes from this tower moment. There's this thing that was unknown where that moon card came up earlier that is now known with the sun card. And so maybe it was the secret keeping, maybe it was the not feeling like you couldn't tell anybody, feeling like you didn't want to tell anybody, or if it was safe to share certain things with other people. And now that, you know, maybe something came out unexpectedly, you feel better now because now it's out in the open and you don't have to hold it in and you don't have to hide it anymore, right? And so there's an element of peace that can come with that. And you're able to now focus on what's more important. I do see a victory with the Six of Wands. I got the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. So where that action was missing in the beginning of the reading, all of the fire energy is coming out now. All of the action is showing up towards the end of the reading. So you're moving through your headspace. You're moving through your cycle. You're coming out on the other side of it and you're ready to move forward. You're ready to move in action. Now this is action with home, with family, with foundation. This could even be, you know, feeling handicapped or crippled by something in the past, but even overcoming that, right? Because nothing can stop you. What's for you is for you, right? And so it's like making a way out of no way, finding yourself on the other side of pain, of something that was hurtful or harmful or just difficult, right? And finding yourself in a better space after it's over, okay? Feeling trapped once, no longer feeling trapped. Now you're feeling free, okay? So hopes and fears comes up as the Ace of Cups, okay? The Ace of Cups is this brand new feeling of love, of being open to give, of open to receive. This there's Pisces energy here I'm seeing, but also the possibility of more to come. So this could be more kids, this could be more opportunity, this could be more love, this could be more loving people coming into your life, this could be more romantic interest, this could be that you are finally falling in love with the person who, you know, who is here, who is meant for you. This could be a brand new start in a romantic connection that has already been around, but this could also be that you're meeting just a whole new person. Two of Cups. Two of Cups. So, I mean, if there was any doubt and you were like, I need confirmation, I need confirmation, I need to see it, this is definitely a partnership. Okay, we got partnership here, we got partnership here. So Two of Cups, seeing eye to eye, being on the same page, both being in love, being in like, being in tune with each other. And I also see you like having a partner who is going to protect you, and you guys are going to protect each other, right? Against all odds, and it's y'all against the world, right? I don't just see one person standing above the rest or standing out in the crowd or being amazing. I see the two of you being amazing together. So even if this is not a romantic partner, which it totally could be, this could also be a business partner. This could also be a best friend. This is somebody who spirit sends to you to help you get through this time in your life where you can enjoy it with someone else, okay? So you don't have to do this alone. I do see the High Priestess in reverse behind this, and so maybe you aren't sure about someone who is around. Maybe you feel like there's no secrets between you and this person. This is a person that you can tell everything to, somebody that you're very comfortable with sharing all parts of yourself. I see that especially if it is a connection of the same sex. Okay. Sorry, my phone was ringing. But also, finally, is the Empress. Is the Empress. And so we're creating. We're being a creator. This is also a card of pregnancy sometimes. So if that is your biggest goal right now, I want you to continue to have faith in the possibilities of that. Okay, I don't want you to doubt yourself, but I also want you to see that you can create whatever it is that you want, that you have the ability to be in your Empress energy, and it's your highest self. Man, woman, he, she, they, or them, it does not matter. It is the energy of the divine. It is the energy of the all-encompassing being to do what it is that you are here to do in your highest form, and being confident in that, and knowing who you are, and knowing what you have to offer, and knowing what you want to give to the world, and being able to do that and seeing it through. Okay, there's many different ways to give back. There's many different ways to have purpose. There's many different ways to create. Okay, so whatever that means for you. And then finally, we have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Queen of Pentacles is very self-sufficient, but she's abundant, and she's beautiful, and she's nurturing, and she's caring, and she's loving, and she's a mom, and she's a wife, and she's all these amazing things, right? But in this particular card, she also gives High Priestess vibes, right? She gives like seer vibes. She is in tune with nature, right? Earth sign, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, but she is able and capable to take care of herself and those that she loves, but she's also able to allow herself to be taken care of as well. Okay, so there's balance there. Okay, and the bottom of the deck card is the Page of Cups. Okay, and so there is all of this like loving energy that comes by the end of the reading that makes me very happy, and you can see I just keep smiling, and I'm so excited for what this feels like at the end. And so if you resonate with this message, I thank you for watching and making it to the end. Peace and love. Enjoy. Bye.